started. I had
to get
my music
What's good? You know what it is. Happy hour.
Yeah, he was upset for that. Black. In rare motherfucking form. Everybody's on edge now. We don't know what to do with you no more. No, it's probably like 5 o'clock. No, it was like Friday. Late. Like January? That's not late. That's not party now. That's the C. Yeah. Yeah, we would just say like you can't do this book first. Like register the book. You like or you can vote like in a couple days. If you roll up to the school and knock on the door like, yo, try to get this here voted, you're going to jail. It's pretty OD. Like, I'm tired of both these motherfuckers on my phone. Get the fuck off my phone. Get out my emails. Like, you texted my son. He not even close to being able to vote. Why he get his text message? I'm not giving this to no. Yo, I always be thinking about these. I always be thinking about these candidates like, dog, you want me to donate to you? Like, the whole point of me trying to get you in here is so that I can pay less on shit. Can you just do that shit first? Like, I'm trying to pay less.
The shit. Okay, like don't talk to me about it. Don't ask me no fucking questions. I don't care. Tell you who I'm gonna vote for, but I don't want to fucking have a conversation about this shit. I'm so over the everything Like, I'm not going to change your mind. You're not changing my mind. Let's just do what we got to fucking do and go on about our fucking business. The chips fall where they may. It is what it is.
I will say this. I will be looking up every individual on this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, when did that become a thing?
If you don't vote, I'm going to
You
shame
gonna shout it
you.
out?
I'm definitely going to be there. I'm going to be there at 7 o'clock.
New though? That like
You've always been able to
you've
do that.
always been able to look at somebody.
They've
Never publicized it the way they do now. They like
basically shaming
pretty much they commercial like, oh, you can find out if Don voted, and if he didn't vote, say something to him. Like, jeez.
I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna say everything. Every person that I looked up was accurate. Like I looked up a handful of people that I knew already voted, and I looked up myself, and my joint clearly said pending.
Yeah. That's fine. Pending until tomorrow, man.
That's all good. We outside.
Let's get into football, man. It is football season, mid-season. You know what I'm saying? We hit the middle point, right? What are we, 9 games in at this point? Some teams who we started out hot collapsed. You know what I'm saying? Some teams that start off slow are picking up steam. You know what I'm saying? A lot going on in the NFL.
Some teams started off slow and remain slow.
Some teams are just slow, you know? That's a reality. Some teams are just
wild team.
undefeated. Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? You got that as well.
Mm-hmm.
I want to start off this conversation since it is mid-season, you know what I'm saying? Halfway point. I think we should give out some awards, you know what I'm saying? As if it was the end of the season. We're gonna call them the mid-season awards. You know what I'm saying?
Solid.
Mid-season awards.
That's that. How'd you ever come up with that?
That's
Clever as fuck.
See what I just did there?
Yeah,
See what I just
clever
did
as
there?
fuck.
Shoot. All right.
Guy.
Mind blown.
He still hasn't registered to vote.
He's gonna go tomorrow.
You can't be that creative and not be able to move.
Let us start with so far to date, Coach of the Year.
Dan Campbell?
I feel like that's the popular opinion, but that's not what I'm gonna pick.
I would say Dan Campbell.
Well,
you know how you very rarely get points when you're supposed to be good.
My man from the Lions won last year.
No, Dan Campbell didn't win it last year. Who won it last year?
No, not Dan Campbell. He what you call from Washington is going to get it.
Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn.
I got a different.
That's a fair pick.
I mean, the numbers.
I forgot about them.
They're going to be a top 3
Coach
or
of the
4
year,
seed
right?
in the NFC.
Yeah, who got it last year? I would go Jonathan Gannon. I mean, I know y'all hate him. I'm just saying, 5-4 right now. They lead the NFC West. He got Kyler Murray playing. Kevin Stefanski, that's who won last year. He might get fired.
St. Joe's Prep.
He might be crazy. You know what's crazy? He might get fired this year, which would be wild. Huh? St. Joe's Prep. No, I would go.
If he want to come back and win if he want to come back and win state championships, he might as well.
Oh,
no, he's out.
No, that's too early.
So you said Jonathan. You said Dan Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
You said Dan Quinn as well.
No, I said Dan Campbell.
I know what you're going to say.
What?
But
what
are you going to say? Andy Reid?
No, I said Jonathan Gannon.
You are, because I mean, low key, like Andy Reid's team, like if Andy Reid just keeps going undefeated, like.
But you know the weird thing is, they don't. Just being good is not good enough, right? You gotta be unexpected.
Undefeated is
unexpected. I don't think Bill Belichick won the year that they went 16-0. Can you look that up? I don't know. I'm saying
Bill Belichick, who won it when the Patriots
went 16-0? But you're right. If they go undefeated, he should win. We should all be saying Andy Reid right now, right? I mean, you lose a lot of weapons and you still undefeated at this point. But that's never the first. The coach that is a good team that just is maintaining status quo.
It was 07.
Right, so they went undefeated in 2007.
Yeah.
Does never get the recognition. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's kind of why Dan Campbell didn't win last year, right? So,
I mean, that's fair.
I mean, what?
Belichick
did win the year? Okay, well, I stand corrected. Yeah, so I think that's.
I think that would be the only thing that would give it to Andy Reid because, like you said, you gotta
you gotta
do something
elevate,
crazy.
You gotta do something
Well,
better.
last time
Being
he got
undefeated
one,
would be crazy.
Hold on. Belichick won in 2003, 2007, and 2010.
Okay.
When is the last time Andy Reid got one? Is a good question. You know, you win 3 championships. You think he would have won one in that span, but not sure if that's correct. Let's move on. Let's go offensive player of the year. Remember, offensive player of the year different than MVP. Saquon Barkley.
Derrick Henry.
I'll go Justin Jefferson.
What was the question?
Offensive player of the year.
Can I just
now let's debate?
No, we're just saying for right now.
Lamar Jackson.
Okay, so before we this is rarely that we have
Can
4
I just
different.
throw a flag on your play?
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like you just wanted Justin Jefferson's Justin Jefferson. But the way that you said Justin Jefferson gave me the impression that you were just trying to be how they say different.
No. Justin Jefferson's what he's averaging 100 yards a game with Sam Darnold as a quarterback. No, I'm not. I think he legitimately. I would have him right now. He would be my front runner.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? It's not
Really?
That's not me being facetious. When you put up those type of, granted, you say it's one of those things you say he's been doing it his entire career. So maybe
Henry on pace for like
that would be a good.
Like,
listen, I get it.
He's on pace for like 3,000
He
yards.
yes, I get it. And I listen. I think all
Unstoppable right
I
now.
actually think all 3 options, all 4. I wouldn't say Lamar Jackson because he won it last year. I think they kind of like disqualified him. You know what I'm saying, unofficially.
But I wouldn't be mad with
I wouldn't be
any
mad
of
at any of
them,
the other 3.
honestly.
You know what I'm saying? I can see either one of those 3. Like you said, Derrick Henry's on a historic pace. Saquon Barkley is backwards hurdling motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you expect it from him, but Justin Jefferson's putting up wild numbers with a quarterback that everybody thought was
dead
garbage. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
So, and the Vikings are what? 62?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, I think that's debatable, and I think that's a fair conversation to have. I mean, if you say, so I guess the caveat is like when you talk about a running back versus a wide receiver, right? The wide receiver really has to depend on other people, whereas a running back, like you get a lot more touches. I feel like, right? So like
you're depending on 5 people, individuals in front of you to help make this easier, and if they don't, then it's not gonna. It's just as bad as if your quarterback can't throw the ball to you.
But that's also factored in for a wide receiver too, because if the quarterback, if you can't block, you can't throw or run.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, yes, and just to play this game with you, the quarterback being able to throw the ball to the wide receiver,
real quick.
The running back gets.
Guys, a question.
Not 8.
Guys, a question. Like, why are you so offended that I'm forcing you to have a conversation about? Listen, it's a sports talk debate podcast. You to play that's the game we gonna play with every conversation we have.
You don't want to do it. You don't want to do it.
Why Derrick Henry over Saquon Barkley?
Because we just said Derrick Henry's on pace to do historic shit.
I mean,
Saquon's having a good year on a different team, but also being underutilized. Like he's not like what's.
So if the stats are similar and one is being underutilized,
are they similar?
Yeah, I think
I'm gonna say they're not similar. They can't be similar.
He only like 100 yards behind him.
No,
yeah.
Saquon's at Henry's at 1,052. Saquon's at 925.
Well, then that surprises me because I wouldn't have thought that.
And the next highest person is Josh Jacobs at 762.
I wouldn't have thought that.
Well, now you know.
Well, Saquon had those 2-3 big games, right, where he went for what, like 187.
Yeah.
I mean, Derrick Henry's had.
I mean, again, I'm just saying, but that's why I'm saying, like, when you fact, that's maybe you're looking.
But I don't know. But I also think that like Baltimore's line is absolute garbage, so it's more impressive to me from Derrick Henry.
That's fair.
He's got 11 touchdowns. I mean, so it's probably. I mean, it probably is Derrick Henry.
But I didn't realize that. I thought they He'd been way under.
Oh no, sir. No, sir.
I just ain't seen him run the ball. What it is, what it is.
You said they don't run the ball.
I just haven't seen them run the ball that
Oh,
much.
you gotta watch
With
the game.
Saquon.
You gotta watch the game.
Watch Instagram.
Hey, you gonna see?
I watch it.
You're gonna see some running the ball this week.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll tell you that.
Y'all gonna feel good about that? Y'all gonna feel good about that? Well, we got a team
Don't
with no
start
run
downplaying
defense.
that shit
We,
now.
that's not a downplay. We have no run
It's a
defense.
little bit of the down.
We have no run defense. We
Get it,
literally
but
don't.
Don't do that. Don't
Any
do
team with a running
Don't
in
do
the last 4 years have gone
Don't
ham.
get a cheap out on it.
That's not. It's just a fact.
I didn't expect that from you.
It's just a fact.
The other guy, I expect that from, not you. Okay.
Let us go. Defensive player of the year. Currently to be
TJ Watt.
TJ Watt.
I mean TJ Watt.
Agreed.
I keep saying JJ.
Agreed.
TJ Watt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like TJ Watt has literally won 3 games by himself.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know what I'm
that's
saying?
fair.
Like,
And they might have been the earlier games, but like it's still. I don't watch many Pittsburgh games, but I feel like every single time I turn,
He's
on
got a
Pittsburgh
sack.
game, he's got a sack. He's got a fumble.
sack.
You know what I mean? Like he's.
Yeah. He ate somebody's shoe.
I think the only person I can think of. Well, I can think of maybe 2 people. 3. I would have 3. If you said all right, about 3, I would probably go TJ. Looking at the TV screen, Chris Jones is having a monster season.
Yeah.
Then I would probably go Fred Warner. But I mean Fred Warner probably far behind because he's a linebacker. But those 2 defensive linemen, I think, is where I would stand on that one.
And
So I'll give you the top odds front runners.
Okay.
TJ Watt,
Yep. Makes sense.
Chris Jones,
There you go.
and
Bosa.
Trey Henderson.
Trey Henderson. Okay. That's a little surprising to me, but
And Will Anderson. Whoever that is.
you know what's weird.
Number 4.
You know what's
yeah, I
weird.
don't know.
It feels like when we get the MVP, but like MVP, you got to be on a good team. They'll give you all the rest of these awards out to people who are trash teams.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is a weird dynamic to have. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's hard to be the MVP when like your team's ass.
And nobody's watching you, and you're
Yeah,
not like
it's
what
a lot.
numbers are you putting up? Like if you're like what do you really?
Nick Bosa is number 6 on the list.
Which is very surprising because he shouldn't be.
Yo,
He shouldn't
God,
be ahead of Fred Warner. You know
What happened?
what I'm saying? But that's Vegas odds. It is what it is.
You said Fred Warner really low.
Yeah, Fred Warner's having a crazy season. What is it, 4 interceptions, 3
Playing really
fumbles,
well.
2
Yeah, but it's
fumbles.
hard for a line.
It's hard for a lot. I think who the last line. All right,
Jalen Carter.
trivia question. Last linebacker to win Defensive Player of the Year.
Terrell Suggs doesn't count as a linebacker, does he?
Sean Lee.
Outside linebacker. I don't think he was the last one.
Sean Lee, you said.
Sean Lee definitely. Did he ever? I'm about to say time. You said,
Oh, but thank with your absurd guess, you gave me my guess, which would be Luke Kuechly.
Mm.
I think that's correct.
Yeah.
That's fair.
the answer.
I know that's right. Thank you for your absurd answer.
Wait, Sean Lee was on a.
Sean Lee was on a what?
Sean Lee was the. With all due respect, he was the Tua of linebackers. With all due respect,
Huh?
You ready for the answer?
as a person that used to draft him
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
IDPs and fantasy.
Next.
Are we wrong in our guesses? We all wrong? Okay, what's the answer? It's linebacker.
TJ Watt, 2021.
TJ Watt's defensive
So-
end. So I get it. I understand why they listed that.
It's going to be listed as linebacker. But
Yeah, he's an edge rusher.
so
So
like
who
keep going. 'cause it's
who would be the
it's-
next
it's
linebacker?
Probably Luke Kuechly.
I get what I get. He's definitely an
That's
edge
why.
rusher, yeah.
So in my defense, that's
'Cause
why I
Terrell
asked
Suggs,
originally it was
yeah,
Terrell.
yeah,
We're going to count
yeah.
Terrell Suggs. So non-edge rusher.
Non-edge rusher to win Defensive Player of the Year.
Because like technically,
I know
Luke
Luke
he
Kuechly.
gets that specific.
well, you can just name the guys. We'll tell you they're edge rushers. Like Hassan Reddick is technically a linebacker, but he's an edge rusher,
Right.
right? But you wouldn't consider him a.
You can just run down the list and we'll tell you if
yeah,
they're
we'll just tell
linebacker.
you.
Troy Polamalu, 2010.
When that gotta be That gotta be-
last NFL non-edge rusher to win.
Yeah, well, he's a
Defensive Player of the
safety.
Year.
no, that's fine. He is a non-edge rusher. When did Luke Kuechly
I
win?
thought we asked linebacker.
No, I'm saying we
We
did.
didn't ask
Yeah, you
specifically
did.
linebacker?
We did.
Did do
Yeah.
originally, but then you.
What
somebody
year
said
did
linebacker.
Luke Kuechly win? Because I think it was after 2010.
So just run down the list and we'll tell you. Just give
Defensive
player of the year. And look like Kansas City lost another wide receiver.
Good Lord, man.
They just gonna get another one. I know what happened though.
Right, look like
Oh, he's sleep.
concussion.
Yep.
That's why he was just laying there.
Yeah.
they do it.
Luke Kuechly, 2013.
So that would be after Palmer. But I get it.
James Harrison.
Did James Harrison win?
Yeah.
What year?
Oh wait.
Okay. Well,
The answer to the trivia question: if we were at the bar, I would be correct.
yeah, you would be.
Okay. I just want
Oh wait, 2023, Myles Garrett.
defensive end. Von Miller's going to stay a linebacker, but he's.
No, I'm just reading the winners. 2022 was Nick Bosa.
Edge rusher.
TJ
Watt was for that.
2021.
Edge rusher.
Aaron Donald was
Defensive tackle.
2020.
Tackle. Gilmore.
Steph
Aaron
Gilmore.
Donald.
Man, I forgot Steph Gilmore won.
JJ,
That's right before y'all paid him all that money.
Yeah, mine.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go comeback player of the year.
Sam Darnold. Do you have to be hurt?
No, I mean Gino proved that. You know what I'm saying sometimes you write me off and I don't write back.
Joe
Flacco
Flacco
proved it. Motherfucker
Yeah.
died and he still won the job. Like,
Yeah.
I think Sam Darnold probably got to be
Sam
front runner in
Darnold.
that regard. Just looking at, I mean, based on the standard that
yeah, that's cool.
that Gino set, you know what I'm saying? That you ain't got to be coming. You could be coming back from just being trash.
I can't think of nobody else who was
I
literally.
would love to give Darren Rodgers, but he's ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So,
can't.
yeah. Sam Darnold, I think that's the consensus answer. He should be the Vegas odds.
You ready for it?
For a comeback player?
Comeback player of the year?
All right,
Who we got, Don? If
Aaron
they
Rodgers.
yeah, trash.
are these are week, they got to be week one. They can't be odds now.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is still the favorite to win comeback player of the year.
You about to say Russell? Yeah.
Russell Wilson.
Okay.
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, that's week one. It's
Sam Darnold. Justin Fields. Gardner Minshew.
that got to be old odds, but that's cool.
Let me see if I can see what.
Why the fuck with Gardner Minshew? Like, that's what they just try to take motherfuckers' money. Like, yo, 1,001 odds. Like,
Well, that's what they were saying.
Let's
I'm just
go.
saying, like, that's
All right,
crazy.
I told y'all.
Odds is going crazy.
I told y'all last week who I had win the MVP. So y'all tell me who y'all got.
Wait, just to be clear, that was updated October 29th, 2024.
Well, I'm about to bet.
What website are you looking at?
NFL football betting.
It's cool. No worries.
Bet.
MVP. Is it that? Is it?
I mean, it's close, but
It's
like,
close. It's close.
It's Lamar, but he can't get it again
I think
because
it's
he can't
Lamar.
win
I think
again.
that unofficially eliminates him.
Yeah, like he can't get it.
I think, like I told you, I think it's Josh Allen. I think it's Josh Allen because he plays quarterback. He lost all his weapons, and he's putting up great numbers.
as much as I would think this is weird,
All right, this one's coming
for me to say would be Kyler Murray.
I think Kyler Murray is a legitimate dark horse, though. Kyler Murray
It's a
is
weird thing
balling.
because I don't really necessarily feel it, but like I think it kind of weird.
Odds.
What?
I'll give your odds, whatever y'all need the odds to be for y'all to take Kyler Murray as y'all MVP. You name the odds that make you feel comfortable.
Kyler Murray's not even on this list. Oh, yes, he is. 2,000.
Here you go.
Plus 2,000.
It's plus two.
But why-
I'm
listen,
working on something here.
Kyler Murray's stats.
I don't know, like, but like I don't know why I feel like it, but
Here
like
you go.
watching these
You don't have
games.
to convince me. I laid down the
You know what?
terms.
I'm not going. You want me to
You
take
want
Kyler
me to
Murray
say-
versus the field? I'm not going to do that.
Whatever odds you. Okay, you name.
I'm not going to take Kyler
Okay,
Murray
all
versus the field.
right,
I'm not going to do that. That's not smart.
All right, how about you take you take Kyler Murray and then I get to pick whoever I think, and then we will play.
Tell me
that
who you
game.
think first.
I don't know. Let me see. So you y'all both.
If
y'all
you
both
go-
picking Kyler Murray because I'm not gonna pick Lamar.
No, he picked Josh
pick
Allen.
Josh Allen.
You pick Josh Allen. Okay. But for the sake of this conversation,
Let's say this conversation
it'll be
with Kyler Murray because I think
Okay.
Kyler Murray is in the conversation.
I'll take Josh Allen. No, I'm fucking with you.
I think he's in. I think he's in the
Can we get some
conversation.
more names, Jeremy?
No, because I mean, sure, why not, bro?
You got Patrick Mahomes, Jared Goff, Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow.
I'll do this. Out of the quarterbacks.
It's going to be a quarterback.
I would take Kyler Murray over who you said, Jalen Daniels and Jalen Hurts.
Mhm.
Not over Lamar. Well, actually,
yes,
over Lamar because Lamar's not getting it. Not over Josh Allen.
These dudes go undefeated. He's MVP.
That's no, correct. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. But we just
It's about
it's
wins one again anyway.
it's like
the only thing that people
I think he had a couple breaks. He had to go hit a year or two.
it don't matter, dog.
So it's not. So no, it hasn't been that he's playing bad. It's been that he's not playing good fantasy football, right?
Yes.
Because like the conversations are two different conversations with Patrick Mahomes. It's
Listen,
fantasy
look at me
football
agreeing with
conversations,
Jared.
He stinks. He's not giving you points or whatever. And then there's
a
a
lot of picks
NFL. No, is he throwing a lot of picks
in the first 3 weeks.
I mean, truth be told, numbers wise, he's playing terrible.
Who?
Patrick Mahomes.
Compared to Patrick Mahomes.
Compared to all the other quarterbacks. Like if you said based on your fantasy quarterbacks, you got like
he's not playing. He's not playing his greatest.
Jared Goff, the guy.
He could be it. But no,
I
feel like they would never.
You can't do it because Rob will come walking in his door, and y'all would never hear the end of it.
Jared Goff would never.
No, they had a never-ending argument about who was better, Dak Prescott or Jared Goff.
Jared Goff would never get it. He'd never get it. Never. It's a wrap for him. Mahomes could get it because even though his numbers aren't great,
numbers are actually cool. He's got 8 touchdowns and
9 interceptions.
But he's winning games. He's winning games for this team.
I love a random top 5, right? I love it.
He's winning the game.
Let's not do top 5. Let's do top 3, and not best quarterbacks. Not who's better. Not who's more talented. Top 3 on who you think could win the MVP this season. Because I'm gonna throw a monkey wrench in a lot.
That's what I said.
Daniels.
Mahomes, MVP.
Yeah, Daniels,
Rookie.
Daniels, Allen, because he's the way you feel about Luka is how I feel about Allen. I feel like they're like dying to give Josh Allen the MVP. So like it's right for the taking again. It's they can't give it to Lamar again. Pat's not really doing well, so it's like all right, we might have our opportunity to give him one. Yep. And then thank God my man Daryl's not here because I don't really feel like
you gonna say that.
No, hell no. If the Eagles keep playing the way they playing and Hurts keeps balling like the way he's balling, like Hurts ain't going to be a name that's just going to get laughed at with the MVP type joint. His numbers won't be MVP level because he's not throwing like that. But the wins, lack of turnovers, and he'll have the plays that they need for the highlight reel in order to spice up your joint. So that would probably be my 3.
So I would go Josh. I would go Jared Goff. And I will also, I'm going to throw this one in there. Matthew Stafford. I think C.J. Stroud was playing really bad. And I listen, Ohio State to the core. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Penn State. Thanks for the win. As always. You know what I'm saying?
Me neither.
It don't sound right. I get it, but his number, they say Jared Goff
I say Mahomes
has the 4 highest.
Mahomes, Murray,
Baker
Allen.
Mayfield? No. Baker tailed it off a little bit. But Matthew Stafford, low key, is like great. You know what I'm saying? Like you talk about
he back on his shit.
He on his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh.
And Jared Goff is just Jared Goff. Why I don't like it. His numbers. I think I read somewhere that he has like the 4 highest passer rating games all season. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I get it. You hate it, but if they gonna keep, if they gonna be the favorite NFC, and he keep doing what he's doing,
I don't have a problem with Jared Goff. I don't think Jared Goff is bad. I don't think he's not the quarterback that I'd say I want my team to have as my franchise quarterback. But I don't think he's like something to laugh at. Do I think that he's benefiting somewhat from not really playing outdoors? And
Well, they just went to Green Bay in the rain.
I mean, yeah, but like, holla at me when it's, you know,
that did happen.
They did do that.
Okay.
I get it. I agree with you.
I just
You
can't
expect
see it.
Jared Goff to go outside and be Ryan Russell.
I just
You know
can't
what I'm
see
saying?
it.
You ready for Matthew Stafford's stats?
Give me Matt stats.
You got 1,900 yards so far this year,
Mhm.
9 TDs, 6 interceptions.
Solid.
QBR 62.
I still don't even understand QBR.
But QBR is the inverse. Listen, I do it. It's the inverse.
You can give me the formula all you want. I still don't
I'm not
understand
gonna-
this shit.
You be like, my boys have like 162, and I'm like,
No,
all right,
that's quarterback rating. QBR only goes up to like 89 or something like
wait, isn't Q quarterback?
No,
QBR is not quarterback rating.
QBR is something that
I
I
was
think
just 8 years old.
Time the fuck out. Time the fuck out, guys. QBR is not quarterback rating.
No.
No.
I'm out. I'm out. Nigga, then I don't know. I'm out.
This is what we need to do with the show.
Yo, I could have sworn.
I don't know exactly what it stands for.
That's why I was like looking at all these
I
numbers.
always knew
It might stand for quarterback rating, but it ain't the quarterback rating you're accustomed to.
It's definitely
Wow.
not quarterback rating.
You know what I'm saying?
I was always wondering how you can have 132 as a QB, and then some people have 62.
And they'd be like, oh,
Because it's
he's
two-
decent.
Listen, it's two different stats.
Damn, that's
QBR,
crazy.
If I'm not mistaken, QBR goes up. The top quarterback rating you can have is like 89 or something like that, and then the quarterback rating goes up to 160,
It's like,
62 or something like that.
Yeah. Yo, I'm fucking. Yo, y'all just taught me something today. I swore.
It's like a whole. It's like a sports science type thing.
But it's been around forever.
It's been, no.
QBR
Analytics
is very,
And,
very
and
good.
what they call
In QBR, just the initial stands for total quarterback rating.
yeah. With the what they call it? They call it advanced metrics, Jared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The advanced metrics, like when they start getting into air yards,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
like
yeah,
that. That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
There's a
QBR
different
factors in all that
Yeah.
shit.
there's a different level
that's
of
crazy.
statistics. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Like the quarterback rating is like just simple, like yo, how many passes?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
passes to
yeah.
the interceptions,
Yeah.
all
Yep.
that shit. Yeah, okay.
All right.
Damn, I'm fucked up.
The difference between QBR and QB rating is that QBR is a more comprehensive metric for evaluating a quarterback's performance.
Who wrote that? ESPN? Because they created.
That's all they said. That's the only difference.
Okay.
Is that it just fucking analyzes better. All right.
Wait, no, I didn't-
Thanks.
No, he-
Oh, my bad. I was like,
While QB rating, also known as passer rating, is based solely on passing statistics.
all right. Okay.
What else
Okay.
do you base a quarterback rating on?
This motherfucker
Time to
hand,
pocket.
he hands off real well. Add another point.
Yo, if you want to get into the nitty
That's
gritty,
crazy.
if you go to PFF and learn their grading.
Yeah,
stuff.
their shit's wild.
It's outrageous,
Their
right?
shit's wild.
Man, is that all the awards? Did I say all of them?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do a little fun exercise right now. I hope to have I hoped to have my educators here today because this would suit them. You know what I'm saying? Well, I still got partial educator, basketball coach. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You back in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Got
No idea where that was going. I don't know.
He used to be a teacher
Yeah,
too.
we're not going back
Yeah,
there.
you know I'm not going back
We
there.
will not go back.
You know what I'm saying? You got Don over here, climate control staff. You know what I'm saying? So what we're going to do is we're going to do
School bouncer.
school bouncer. We're going to do report card conferences for our teams, right? But we're going to throw a twist on it. So for each other team, we're going to be each other's report card conference. So Jerv has already said he needs to do Dallas. He said, I need to do it.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then that means you would do San Francisco's and I get to do Phillies.
Okay.
All right. And then we'll pick three other teams. I'll let Don pick the three other teams that we'll do. So we'll do a total of 6. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, you're a parent, you're going to defend your team against this t-shirt too, if they say something crazy. You can't just be like, yeah, I know my son is stupid. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So do we want to save Jerv for last?
Yeah, that was
No, you got to go first.
I think we got to save Jerv for last. So you're going to go first, right? You
right.
get to give, you know what I'm saying? To Mr. 49er, you know what I'm saying?
All right. Mr. and Mrs. 49er.
How you doing, Mr. Ryan?
I just want to just talk to you about your son. It just seems like he's not, given his full potential. And I know he's young, but I mean the crowd he hangs out with is a little bit older, and they've got some a little bit more experience, but it doesn't seem to be rubbing off on everybody. And we've tried to get him some support, but it honestly seems like, I was talking to his PE teacher, and they were trying to get him to do, some stretches and kind of like work out some of like the his physical ailments, and he just doesn't take to it. And I don't know if he's not listening or if I may need to look at how we deal with our actual like physical staff and all, but I don't know what's working. And he's a good dude.
Mm-hmm.
He's a really good kid. He's a really good kid. But I just think he could be better. And like, well, I don't know. You tell me what. Are you seeing these kinds of things at home?
I kind of do see it, and I understand what you're saying. But we do have a doctor's note. Right, we have a doctor's note. We've missed a lot of classes. Agreed.
Yeah, you did.
So our grade, while our grade might be commiserate on what you've seen while we were here, just know, like, if once we get these ailments down,
yeah,
and he's able to attend regularly, like every other.
Does
student.
he go to the doctor as prescribed? Has he been getting his annual physicals? Because if so, I would just say maybe your HCP is not the one that you need.
Well, in the summertime, where a lot of kids prepare for school, we were doing other things. We were doing a lot of extracurricular activities at that time.
Right.
And it falls on us because we should have it prepared. But at the same time, kids, when they excel one year, they want to do different things, and we gave them that opportunity, and it's coming back to bite us a little bit. But we're going to refocus. We're going to refocus.
Okay.
We've had we went to our winter break.
Yeah. We
got a little vacation, and we're going to refocus. We're going to come back strong in the back end of the season.
Well, I hope so. And I wish your son the best of luck. And Mr. and Mrs. 49, I thank you for coming in today.
I appreciate that.
I like it.
All right, here we go. You ready, Jerry?
Yeah. He can't be the king.
Let me look for this one. Because I already know what this is about to be. This about to be some bullshit.
Oh man, Don said he need a drink too. Let me know whenever you're ready, Jerry.
I'm ready. I'm acting like a teen. You'd be surprised. This is how something will come in.
This is true.
This is true. Let me get my yak, cause you about to be on some bullshit. How's he doing? Got me up here on
look at Don. Don has a flashback
on a Tuesday.
Shit. My son back with good grades, and you out here got me on a Monday motherfucking night.
Welcome. Thanks for coming in. Glad to have you here, Mr. Eagle. Appreciate you coming. You know what I'm saying? I just want to start out. Your son has a lot of potential. I really like his potential. But I do have a couple of questions, and my questions are more so for you than him.
Okay.
So I've checked his homework and I feel like in class he understands the assignment. Are you going against my teachings and just deciding to do whatever you want to do? Because I'm asking because the way we teach it in class,
he's not doing the math right. He's not doing the right math.
He goes home and he comes back doing it a total different way.
He ain't showed his work.
So and he says, "This is how my parents teach me how to do it." And I say, "Look."
So let me stop you right there.
Okay.
I'm not really liking how you're accusing me of things. So let me just say this: does he get the job done?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So why am I here on a Monday night?
Because we're where he should
other kids
where he should be getting. I'm saying. I'll give you an example. On our last test, right? Had he done things like every other kid, he probably got an A.
What did he get? A B plus?
No, he got a 79. He got a C. He barely passed. He barely passed. I mean, if it wasn't for the extra credit on the last question, he could have failed. So I'm just asking because
he got a C.
He got a C.
That motherfucker just got a C.
I'm just asking because like certain kids, right? When we're teaching things,
Did you not see that one answer where he flipped over the guy? You gave him a C for that? Wow.
Oh, well, no, I'm saying he
Actually, I told him not to doodle on the fucking paper. That's a fucking doodle.
There's some assignments.
That's a smiley face over the eye don't mean.
But so no, I asked because so when we do creative exercises, and I tell the kids all the time, lean into what you're strong at, right? And your son's really good at some subjects, but then some subjects he's weak at, and he just decides to continue to do the things. He refuses to do the things he's strong at, and I don't know if that's a lesson that you're teaching at home, or I'm just trying to understand.
So I'm gonna just say this. This is like the third time. So I'm gonna just ask you, where'd you go to school? Because you out here.
What's your credentials?
Because last time I checked, my son is at the top of all the kids in the class. He's one of the top kids in class.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like you should probably go hit the gym or something.
I mean,
and not focus on my kid.
This is true. I just sometimes feel like you and your son are on the same page.
Always room for improvement.
You and your son are on the same page, and I feel like if we continue down this path, you might no longer be his parent.
Scene.
CPS is coming. CPS is coming. CPS is coming.
This is not take my kid from me. Oh my God.
So just high as
had he got that F on that test?
As if he was Nick Sirianni.
Had he got an F on that test? CBS was coming to knock.
He said he got a C.
He got a C.
I'm like, yo, both he did a spin and a back.
But
he's like, yeah, I'm not impressed with that shit. Okay. All right.
Nobody asked for that.
Here we go.
All right.
How you gonna talk that?
Okay. Mr. Cowboy, how are you?
We go by Rowdy. You can call me Rowdy.
You know what, Rowdy? You seem like the gentleman that likes straight talk. Why don't you shut that door for
me? We can't be observed. You know, administrators walking.
That's straight talk.
Let's give it to me straight, teach. What's going on?
I'm worried. Your son came at the start of the school year. He was talking about he was about to sign up for all these AP courses. And when he said it to me, I was like, is this the same kid that I knew from last year? But I consulted with my staff and they said, hey, you gotta allow him to be great.
Give him a chance.
So, I tried, Rowdy. Okay, Mom, I call you Rowdy.
That's fine.
Mr. Rowdy doesn't sound right.
Nah, Rowdy's fine. Mr.
Rowdy,
Rowdy's
I
fine.
tried. Okay, but at this point, I don't know what else to do. I think it might be time for y'all to look for a different school because this ain't it for it. Okay, he's constantly underachieving. Okay, he's telling me he's studying for the test. He keeps failing.
Well, in his defense, his grandfather's been around for a little while. and his grandfather, you know, as much as I try to teach, his grandfather really won't let the reins go, and like he tries to parent more than he's like.
You're trying to blame it on the grandfather, but I gotta stop you there, man. He's talking about family members are walking around with belly shirts on in the house. He's got the cousin smacking the other one on the bottom in front of his face. He's super confused. I just don't know what to do. Are you sure that this is the right place for him? Maybe he should try a trade school or something.
I mean, well, what we're going to do is kind of, we're set to refocus. There's been some financial hardships in the family, and so I don't know if
government assistance, right?
I think we might look for that. Unfortunately, in a few areas, and we got to make some cutbacks. We were really working towards a better life in the future. I think right now he's gonna have to repeat this grade. He's gonna have to repeat this.
Grab the Bentley. He just told me you grabbed the Bentley, and then you got the chain the other day, and he said you got this number 11 fucking vest type. I don't even know. I couldn't even describe him. He said you're about to drop fucking $200 million on that also. So I just don't know. Do you even care about your child's education? Because it's coming off like you're not. I'm talking to you, sir.
But again,
you're not signing the test when I send them back. You're just not doing anything. And then you got your kid over there on the podcast. I mean, hello.
And he doesn't show up.
He doesn't even come to school, but he does his podcast, and he's got the podcast with the kid that got kicked out of the school and goes to the arch rival school. Rowdy, what's going on?
Again, his grandfather has
Where's his mother?
his Sure. Don't you dare. Don't you dare,
Oh, man.
I think NC. Good job, Jerry. That was a great exercise. All right, we're gonna do 3 more teams.
That was good.
Don,
Three more, right?
3 more, but we're gonna make them a little bit quicker for these 3 more. We're gonna run through
No,
these.
those
Just tell us.
All
So,
right, so I wanted to pick a good team, an up-and-coming team, and a dumpster
so
fire.
good team, up and coming team, and the dumpster
So the
fire.
good team is the Lions.
Okay, so you want to do the Lions, and I'll
he
be.
deserved. He
He got to bounce back.
The up-and-coming
I get to be the Lions?
No, I'm the Lions. You're giving the Parent Teacher Conference.
The up-and-coming team is the Commanders,
I'll do the Commanders.
and then the good team the dumpster fire is the Panthers.
I'll be the parent Panthers.
Okay, there it is. So you're
Commanders.
doing the Lions. I'm doing the Commanders, and he's doing the Panthers.
All right. Well.
How you doing?
Mufasa? Yeah, is that it does say Mufasa on,
Yes.
on my sheet.
Yes.
Um,
It means manliness.
yeah, hey. Let's keep it PG here. But yeah, I mean, like, hey, you're pretty fucking great.
Yeah, we know.
Your son defying all expectations. Shit.
Well, we've been hurt ever since last season, where they kind of stole our valedictorian shit from us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get it. And he kind of hit the ground. He kind of hit the ground running, and never looked back. And honestly, I'm just proud of him. I'm impressed. He's doing really well.
Thank you.
We
We want to be good at everything.
I mean, top of the class. Really. Reading, writing, arithmetic. Like, he's really.
I don't
excelling.
need much more from you because I know and understand what we're doing.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
my child is smarter than the teacher. That's the vibe he was giving.
He helps me out sometimes.
All right, who's next?
Oh shit.
Oh, it's me.
Oh.
And then who are you again? You're Washington.
No, you're
No,
the
you're
But so I'm
Yeah.
just watching.
yeah.
Mr. Commander. I'm gonna tell you.
First of all, sir,
No, we didn't expect much of your son at all.
I'm Mr. Panther. Pause.
Well, you gotta. I'm doing the Panthers.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm doing the Commanders. So you're the.
I'm the
See,
Panthers.
he refused.
Yeah, he's the commander.
But
He's
You're the
critiquing the
teacher.
commander.
I'm the teacher for the Commanders. And you're the teacher for the.
No,
You're the parent.
Okay, but you still, but I'm
Yeah, no,
the parent.
okay.
That can be very well that, but I'm still the Panthers. Or do you want me to be? Okay, I'll be the Commanders now. Never mind.
Yeah.
You're the
Yeah.
Panthers. Okay, we'll
Yeah.
just make this easier.
Just make it
Okay.
simple.
All right.
Go ahead.
Ooh.
You get the yes again.
You know, your son's been in summer school for the last 6 years, so we didn't expect much out of him. But I'm gonna tell you, he's exceeding expectations. Came out the block firing in all cylinders.
Hold on,
Actually-
I gotta take this call, yo. Yeah, I know I'm in this teacher's conference with this teacher. He tell me my son's like, I don't know my son's this shit, yo. But
Well, you didn't know the last 4 years in a row.
Hold on, I'm on the phone, yo. That's it. All right, I'm gonna hit you back, yo.
You know what? So I mean, the biggest thing I saw, the biggest change I saw in him is ever since your grandfather has died, he's excelled. He's excelled in every frame.
I don't think so.
Frame of
but
reference.
Hopefully.
First of all,
Hopefully his versus as
First of all, I'm walking out this joint. You talking about my grandfather that died. Okay, he's not even dead. Like
Well, I mean,
he just moved to
you
another
kicked him
state.
out of
we
the
put him
game.
out the pasture.
No, I really like what you're doing. I hope you can
He's
keep
in
it
the-
up. Not many of the teachers still
He's in
have
the
faith
M
in
in
him
the
that they will
DMV.
continue to be able to continue to do. He will be able to continue doing what he's doing. But we appreciate what he's done thus far.
Thanks, Joe.
That's it.
Ain't that what they say in DC? Thanks, Joe. All right, who are you? You Mr. Panther, right,
Mr.
Paul?
Panther.
Okay.
Oh shit! Another straight.
Mr. Panther.
Can I call you dumpster fire?
What do you like to be?
Hold on 1 second. Hello?
I don't even know why.
Oh, suicide? He's dead. We don't have to do it. I gotta go. He's in the basement.
Cool. I ain't want to teach his ass.
I ain't want to teach his ass anyway. He was listen.
I know he don't
He wasn't
listen.
learning nothing.
I know he
Oh,
don't
give me that. Oh,
He don't listen. He caught that?
did he catch that, motherfucker?
Who's this nigga? Who's number?
Time out.
That's
See
me?
this. Listen. Did you see the catch?
No, I did not. But they might put it-
Nasty work. He was triple T.
That's the shit that gets Mahomes the fucking MVP if they go on.
Wait,
Like,
let's see it again. Hold on.
As we're watching. You know what I'm saying? Scramble drill. 3 niggas on me.
there's no way.
He's the only one with their hands up.
My goodness.
That was a dot.
You a Hall of Fame wide receiver.
That's
right?
facts.
Could it work for him
So
too?
typically in an NFL season, 1/3. Come on, get in there. That's fantasy. 1/3 of NFL coaches eventually get fired. That means 8 coaches, right? So
Mhm.
we'll set our over under for this conversation at 8.
Okay.
2 have already been fired to date.
Okay.
They just fired somebody else today?
Dennis Allen.
Dennis
from
Allen,
the
yeah,
Saints.
Fired today? Wow.
Yes.
So that's 3. That's the third or
No, that's 2.
That's the second? Okay.
That's the second. First one was Robert Saleh.
Oh, yeah.
Second one was Dennis Allen. So first, I got 2 questions for y'all. Yeah, Don.
All right.
Welcome. All right. Over based on what you see, actually, do you see it more than 8 this year? That's the first question. And if you do or you don't, start naming the coaches that you would consider getting fired this year.
No, I don't see more than 8.
I'm surprised by you because normally you like to fire everybody.
Yeah, I do, but I mean, I don't see more
You
than 8.
just don't want to say Mike McCarthy.
Oh no, McCarthy's gone, but I don't see more than 8.
So let's run.
Or I actually
You
don't.
wanna run the gamut?
McCarthy's. Yeah.
I actually don't think McCarthy's going to be going, but he should. Be.
Run the gamut.
So
I don't think he will be.
I'm gonna say Mike McCarthy's gonna.
I'm gonna say Mike
You think so?
McCarthy.
I feel like they're,
Unless Dallas turns it around,
but I don't think they're going to fire him.
why wouldn't they?
I think they should. I just don't think they
Howard with
would.
the touchdown.
I think Dable.
Brian Dable. Okay, so we're at 4.
So yeah.
That's 4 just at the NFC East. We haven't even gone. Okay,
He's old.
I'm going.
but we are. I don't know what Ryan
I'm
said.
going Doug Peterson.
Doug Pete. That's 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going. Does
The Jets interim coach being fired count also?
No,
Okay.
I'm gonna say no because they
That's
already
fine.
fired one.
I'm gonna go. No, I'm not gonna go Raiders.
I
Coach.
think Antonio Pierce gets fired.
He's getting fired.
I don't think he does.
No, I think Tom Brady.
Because they got way more shit to deal with.
Bro, you got to the point where you at the point where Devontae Adams got traded. You might have to trade Max Crosby tomorrow. I absolutely believe he gets fired.
I wouldn't be shocked if Wichita got fired. Or I would be shocked, but I wouldn't be super shocked if
Serena?
We going
No.
down in the divisions first.
well, I'm just going from the worst
Okay.
the worst teams on up. What's my man name in Miami?
Mike McDaniel.
Yeah.
I don't think Mike McDaniel gets fired because he just got a contract extension.
Okay.
And I don't think they'll blame this on him.
Yeah, you hit your quarterback.
I mean,
got a brain.
2 years in a row, you lose your quarterback. Your offense looks stagnant. At what point in time do you?
I agree.
Put the pieces
I
in
agree.
place to-
I agree.
I just don't think they'll. I think they got a scapegoat to not have to fire him because of
Like I
that.
said, I think if he didn't just get extended, I might probably agree with you. But he just got it this year. So
I'll go Sirianni gets fired.
I don't think Nick Sirianni gets fired because I don't think the Eagles are bad enough to fire.
I think
Like,
he makes a lot of
it would be
decisions enough that
so
people
it would be
that people don't like.
it
and
would
that
be
management
a
don't like.
weird situation because Eagles want to make the playoffs, right? How many
They have.
playoff quarterback coaches get fired often?
I mean, Super Bowl winning coaches get fired.
True, but I'm just saying in general, Doug Peterson got fired the year after he won a Super Bowl. He didn't get fired directly after the Super Bowl. He got fired.
The playoffs, though. The
Did they
question
make the
you asked
playoffs that year?
is what,
Yeah.
what,
Okay. Just so Doug Peterson. Correct. Did they make playoffs?
No.
Yeah, I feel
The
like
year
y'all
after
did
y'all-
make the playoffs that year.
Y'all made the playoffs the year?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you
That
did.
was
Yes,
the
you
year
did. Yeah,
that,
you did.
Okay.
That was the year that
Yeah. So okay,
Lawrence
that
got hurt.
falls in
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
But
Right. I think what's my man from the Titans?
Who is the Titans coach? Fuck.
It was Brian.
Yeah, get him out.
Callahan. Not
Brian
Brian Callahan.
Get him out of there.
Kevin Stefanski.
So I think Stefanski could, but I also think he has the benefit of the doubt of just having Deshaun. But like, it's not his fault. They got Deshaun.
But the thing is, like,
But you can't
And
get
his
you
rid
can't
of
get
Deshaun.
rid of Deshaun.
I was say you can't get rid of him.
Right, but his offense is when Deshaun has not been the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen what his offense can do. It just needs a quarterback.
True.
And I mean, I don't follow the Browns close enough also to know if he's lost the locker room or anything of that nature. I don't follow them close
Who is Chicago's coach? He gets fired.
Nah, because why doesn't he get fired? They are a 500 team who
had the worst working in the NFL. Like, oh, excuse
Who
me.
just had two of the biggest brain farts I've ever seen in football. You gave up a Hail Mary to lose a game.
That's not on him though.
You the coach.
Oh, that's a Hail Mary.
I don't care.
On some
But I
bullshit.
get it.
I mean, he didn't tell
I
my
get
he
it.
didn't tell my man to be on the sideline.
Listen. At what point does the coach not take blame for that though? He might not be the main culprit, right? But at what point does he not take some blame? And then against the Cardinals, 3 seconds left in the half, you gave up a 52-yard run.
mm-hmm.
Like I don't know.
That's true.
Carolina. Granted, now you talk about excuses. They got all the excuses in the world if you don't want to fire a coach, and they just fired him.
This is his first year.
This is his first year.
Nah.
He won't.
So I think it'll probably be less than 8, not including anyone that just steps down and stuff like that, right? I think it'd be less than 8. I think it'll be less than 8.
So I think it'll be right at 8.
I'm not even trying to be funny, but we didn't fire we didn't fire any black
Shane Steichen?
We didn't fire any black head coaches, and like I can't imagine to be Matt Firings and not one black head coach get fired. I'm just going.
Well, Todd Bowles will probably be the only one. If Tampa Bay falls apart, he might be the only option.
Okay,
They're not imploding.
I said if
because Raheem Morris is doing well down there.
Raheem Morris is
he's
doing
always
well.
a candidate to get let go.
Raheem Morris is doing well.
Like Thomas not going anywhere.
Mike Tomlin's never going anywhere. Texans coach is not going anywhere.
Yeah, no, not this year.
Who else do we have? Well, Mike McDaniels.
I think you're right.
Mike McDaniels is a black coach,
We're
so
not
he
doing
can get
that.
fired.
We're not.
What you about to say, Jerv? What you about to say? What you about to say? You about to take something away from that black man? Wow.
Wow.
This is wild.
In this election cycle, you go out here questioning blackness.
Just because he wears off-white sneakers. Shit.
He's mixed. That's a black man. His mom's black.
His mom is black,
Yes.
not his dad.
You know how it goes. If you got
Unsure.
first of all, wait. 1% black, you black. That's the
That's a
rules.
paper bag motherfucker. I'll tell you that much.
Rules.
Okay, he is the black, and this is all jokes, so I don't want.
So listen, it's just
Okay.
comedy.
But I'll just say he's the black that when he gets pulled over by the police, like
Oh, he throws his hands in his hair.
yeah, he's
Absolutely.
good, right? Like
He
he's
definitely
good.
give you
Like,
one of
he's-
these.
He's not shaking when the police
Nah,
walk up to his
He give you that Sean Hunter in a
Yeah.
minute. Excuse me.
He's the black that like that they want him to like apply for like all the scholarships and things.
Ain't gonna get him. He gonna get him.
For sure.
He's a DEI on the opposite side.
Yeah.
Higher. NFL trade deadline is tomorrow as well,
Yeah.
just like the election.
He's a
Tell me the
PWI.
trade you would love to see and the trade you don't want to see.
The love.
Now, granted, let's make it realistic. Like
Okay.
we know who's on the trade block. We've heard the names. There's some people we can consider. Don't hit me with Justin Jefferson or you know what I'm saying, Patrick Mahomes to Dallas Cowboy. Not gonna happen. Give me two realistic trades. One you would love to see, and one you would hate to see.
They have to be realistic.
Realistic,
Okay.
yes.
I had one. I wanted.
Like realistic in terms of like, because I'd love to see Max Crosby to the Cowboys, but we'd never make a fucking move to do something like that.
I feel like that's realistic because I think Max Crosby is 100% on the
Well,
block.
I'm gonna say it's unrealistic because why would a 3-and-something team?
Because Jared's
But they'll
If
never-
they're gonna play this game, then I feel like the Cowboys could be having a fire sale. And
it's possible.
I
And don't say Micah to the Eagles because that's unrealistic. If you said Micah to anybody else, I would say it was realistic.
Yeah, he's not going there.
I don't
Anytime soon.
Jared Jones will ever trade anybody to the Eagles. That's the only part about it that's unrealistic. But I think Michael Parsons absolutely could be traded because you just paid Dak Prescott an unprecedented amount of money. You just paid CeeDee Lamb and your ass. At what point do you stop paying motherfuckers? Like you can't have 3 of the highest paid players in the NFL and not make the playoffs.
And no linebackers.
oh wait, but you can. They're gonna do it this year.
Oh, they probably will.
And they're gonna do it next year.
They probably will.
But realistic trades. I would like to see who needs what do people need? Because we don't really, I mean, we need shit, but ain't nobody trading with us. If there was I don't know. I feel like all the major like
everybody you want is kind of.
yeah.
Is there anybody even
So
out there? Zadarius Smith.
I'll tell you the one I don't want to see that I think that they're trying to work on, which is bothers me, is Max Crosby to Detroit.
See, I don't think the Raiders trade him. You gotta have something to be someone on that team next year to be the face on the season tickets.
I understand that. I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
So I don't want to see. I don't want to see Detroit get anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because I already feel like they're scary enough. Like so the Darius Smiths of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to see if Hassan Reddick is on the trade and blah. I don't want to see him go to Detroit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I say no. That cap doesn't work with their salary cap. I don't want to see Washington get anyone, but it sure as hell would be fun. Not for me because my team's still a chance, but like for like Cowboys fans, like they might enjoy getting to watch like someone like Tyreek or something go to Washington.
I feel like Tyreek's on the block. I think that's a realistic trade. I think Tyreek.
Yeah.
I think they will absolutely trade Tyreek.
Like we're still alive,
They
so
could.
like, I don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
That could happen, but I don't think it would happen.
Okay. I don't think anything we're about to say is going to happen. Let me just make that clear.
Yeah.
I think whatever we say is not.
I kind of feel like nothing is happening.
Well, I got one that I feel like might happen.
I feel like nothing's happening.
Who's your team going to get this year?
I think I would love to see DeForest Buckner come back to the 49ers. Start his career there. Colts have imploded. You know what I'm saying? They on the cusp. I could see it happening. I would love to see it. I don't know
But for what reason?
What you mean?
Y'all traded McCaffrey.
Is that a need that y'all have?
What if he about to be back? We're not trading McCaffrey. We have a need
You gotta see how he look once he comes back.
Because Javon Hargrave got hurt. That's the only reason it's a need for us.
We did talk about the PE teacher not doing this thing at his gym period.
Tree. I gave you the tree. That's what I want. I would love to see and what I hate to see.
I think it's gonna be quiet this year. Something will happen, but it'll be quiet. And I don't think it's gonna be like.
Well, Kansas City already made the noise.
Yeah, they did.
They traded for two really good players.
They did
low key, like they wasn't undefeated. All right,
they were struggling. They were having trouble.
Let's close this thing out. Well, before we close out, let's talk about. I wanted to bring Jerry. Wanted to talk about it. Jerry said he wanted to talk about it. You know what I'm saying
he does.
Joel Embiid had punched somebody. You know what I'm saying? So Jerry said he wanted to say some words on that one. So I'm gonna let Jerry speak.
He didn't punch.
Well, Jerry, I mean,
it was an aggressive shove.
Slap.
It was aggressive shove.
Did
his hand hit his face?
Not that I heard.
Okay.
I mean, he got long arms. He might have.
In the upper shoulders.
Man, listen, bro.
I don't know.
My man
You
PG.
don't talk about people, kids, and they dead brothers. So I'm not excusing it, but
Yeah,
that's fine.
I mean,
all right. So what? At what point?
I don't know why more players don't.
At what
don't
point?
punch reporters.
That's where I was gonna go with it.
So
I don't understand why it doesn't happen more often.
It's not the first.
The elephant in the room is that, like,
Big dog, you gotta see me every day.
the reporter that this involved is obviously he's a habitual line stepper.
Known dickhead.
I like to refer to him. This is just my thoughts, no one else's. I refer to him as a Black Howard Eskin, but just like a lower budget version, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Howard Eskin is some, they're both Howard and Marcus are both individuals that have been around for a minute. They got their
bottom feeders,
but they
pick low hanging fruit to make
and
to cause a ruckus.
And Marcus, I think, he was just corny, and you know what you're doing, and sometimes you got to read the room, right? Like everybody, y'all got everybody got. If you're in a relationship and you want to do something, most people, not all, but most people would read the room. You're not about to go ask your significant other like about going or telling you about to go on this boy's trip to blah 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 and be gone for a week when you came home and she's clearly frustrated about some shit at work.
Yeah, right.
Like here you go. You're gonna read the room and go, not today. I'll probably do
I'm
this
still
shit
gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it another
I
time.
bought my ticket.
Right. Yeah, right.
Like, I'll holler at you tomorrow or I'll fill it out, right? And he didn't do that. He clearly, or maybe he did read the room, right? Maybe he read the room and knew this was the reaction he's going to get, or he doesn't give a fuck because he's had interactions with numerous Philadelphia athletes over the time. And I just think Boy's corny. I think I can't respect it. I know there's people and I got plenty of people I fool with that fool with him, and I get it. He's just not my cup of tea. I think Joel Embiid definitely was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Let me be clear. He definitely was wrong. But shout out to Embiid because he understood he was wrong.
And he said, "I'm willing, whatever
the consequences are." So to me, that was a man that said, "Yo, enough is enough from this particular individual. I'm willing to accept the consequences that come with my actions, whatever my actions may be."
Jerry, let me ask you something. Because you worked in media, right? So, do you think the historical structure of media is conducive to today's sports? What I'm saying, like all access, like you already seen NFL and NBA start to push back, or NFL PA and NFL NBA PA, like, oh, when the players are changing, y'all shouldn't be in the locker room, XYZ. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you feel about? And then you also see the start of the players own media movement, right? Like where they're the ones doing the podcast, they're the ones doing it. You know what I'm saying? So how do you like? How do you? What's your stance on that?
I mean, I think it's cool that they're, you know, to say what Don just said, that they're controlling the narrative. I think that's cool. I do think that from being in locker rooms, there's like, it's like there's so many unwritten rules that you have no idea what they are until someone tells you. So like, yeah, the obviously you don't film people when they're fucking getting dressed. You know, and technically, like, at least, I mean, when I was there, I mean, Lord knows what it is now, but like when a player, like you'll be hovering around a player's locker and they'll be doing their thing, their back will be towards you. They'll turn around when they're ready to talk to you, right? So it's kind of like, yo, don't talk to them right now, right? Like you let them do the thing. They'll turn around when they're ready for you, right? And like I think that, you know, there's a lot of, I mean, I just think that we're in a weird space with older media members who have been around and have seen, you know,
the unwritten rules,
all
of
the
shit.
things, right? They've seen all the changes and there's shit they probably like, the shit that they don't like. And then you got youngins that are just coming up like, this is just what it is, right? Like, yeah, like, or and athletes don't need media. They don't need the newspaper guy anymore. They don't need the radio host.
Yeah.
Because they can just go to Instagram and then they can put their
I
own
can do it
personal
myself.
piece out. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I got a whole PR team that does this for me.
Yeah. So I think it's, I mean, I don't know. Like,
do you like, so like one thing I don't like it because I always look at it as like from the athlete's perspective is immediate access. Like zeros on the clock, media's on the field, on the court, asking me questions, looking for that reaction. I don't like that. Like, I don't like that because then it allows the world to scrutinize my emotional moment. We've all played sports.
That's what it is.
We've all played sports. Yeah. At that moment, you win or lose a game, I'm going to say the way I feel. And like, if I lose, I'm mad. If I'm happy, but I can also be talking shit. Like, I don't like that immediate reaction because that's not what I'm. You're not even giving me the space to want to enjoy or mourn that loss. And you're going to now crucify me based on what I said out of my emotion of me loving this sport and loving this game and being a top competitor. I fucking hate that part of it.
I feel like, but why don't they just do the podium interview and that's it? Why are we doing the
because we can do this.
Fans,
we can get that reaction.
Need consumption.
Yeah.
We want to see everything. From a fan standpoint,
and dog, that it takes
they had cameras.
I need that shit right now. What is he talking about now?
If they had from a fan standpoint, if they had cameras, if they said, yo, you could pay 10 minutes and watch Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni, like personal meeting, you would pay it.
Their personal meeting?
Yeah.
I'm talking about
but I'm just saying
right there to
the reason that they have
Brandon Graham at his locker. I can wait for him to come to the podium and ask him the same
because they don't. Well, fans don't want to wait. You know how long it takes for players to change.
So hold on. So the reason that they don't, because every player can't go to the podium. Number one, right? And there are, whether it be the Philadelphia Inquirer, whether it be the Philadelphia Tribune, the Trenton Times, or whatever, right? No matter the level of the paper, the level of the radio station. There might be local colleges that are in town that may want to talk to the third string quarterback because the third string quarterback is from their college and they're doing something on them, right? The podium is mainly for, you know, like the coach, and then in this particular case, football, it'll be like the quarterback and like whatever, another star. It's impossible to get every single one of them. Yeah. Well, I was talking to you, but it's impossible to get every single one of them up on the podium. I'm not saying that's the reason, but if I had to guess,
that is the reason.
I'm very comprehensive.
I'm willing to bet you that's the reason. Like it's just impossible. You know what I mean? Like fucking whomever. Like even Cooper DeJean, right? Because everyone DeJean, right? Like he'll never go to the podium.
It's way cooler.
But there's a dude from the Inquirer that his beat is going to be on following his rise in the game and stuff like that. So you know what I mean? Like you kind of gotta have that. Now when the difference is that the main people that go to the podium generally won't do locker room stuff technically. And when it comes to like playoffs and things like that, you know, but the locker room is like the last bit of like not true journalism, but like old school journalism where like it gives you the phone now, but it gives the beat reporter face-to-face time with an athlete.
Yeah.
You build that.
Babe Ruth, how do you feel? See?
That's not how. Right. I'm gonna tell you what you just did. It's weird that you did that. I'll say this: one thing I don't like about new media, I don't like, and I'll probably never get used to it. And I don't know how y'all feel because y'all are caught in the same situation. Y'all have players do the same thing. I don't like players in season doing podcasts.
Yeah, I don't either.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't.
Michael Parsons, Debo Samuel, Darius Slay. Like, I don't like it. Because
Darius Slay does not play for the Eagles anymore, too. By the way, I'm not mad if he never plays again.
Like it just comes off weird. Like you're talking like one. We get emotional as fans, right? And we don't like.
You can so easily say something that can get you in trouble.
Not even that. I've seen Debo doing. I see Michael Parsons do it. You're interviewing. You're 2 days after the game you play. You're interviewing somebody from a team that you just played.
Everybody's friends.
Like, what the fuck are we doing?
I think that's that part of competition is over, and I think that's.
I think it's over for some.
I think it's over for. I think it's over for most, and I think that tied. I was gonna say. I think that tied.
I'm on a jersey.
I think that tied.
I
think that tide is changing. We're in the older group of that, like the fuck, like I don't really want to, like we might can do this shit in March, but we can't do this shit now.
I love old players doing it though.
Yeah, but that's way after. Like I wouldn't even mind off season. Do that shit in March.
Correct.
Don't do that shit now because like yes, this is your job, but like in this moment you're competitive and at that. The level of where they are in their podcast and their in their production, that shit takes a lot of effort and time and thought to it. Where I need you to, as a fan, whether I know what you're doing or not, as a fan, I want to have the illusion that you're way more dedicated than you are right now.
How are you talking? How are you talking responsibly about a game that happened while you were playing, right? How much film did you put in that game where you could have been putting into our next opponent? That's the question. Yeah. But that's
I know we ain't watching no film for a couple weeks.
Well, Smite is back next week.
Bum ass Dak.
That's not a bump. A bum is tough. I'm just saying bum is tough. Bum like he's not a bum. He prior to last week and this injury, last game and this injury. Him and Jalen looked the same. They had very similar seasons. Jalen's had one game better than Dak. And that's a fact. Eye test, perhaps stats-wise. The same. You weren't happy. You ain't been happy with Jalen all season until last week.
You done?
Now, he said a statement that you need to answer. Have you been happy with Jalen all season until last week?
No, I haven't.
He's
getting better. So, I mean, that's cool. But let me ask you this. If you were, let's just say 240 pounds last week, right? And then you lost 50 pounds in 2 weeks. You still overweight?
No, I wouldn't be.
If you were,
no, I wouldn't. I'd be 190.
What the fuck did you just say, Jared?
I was 240. I lost 50. I'm 190.
Shit. So if you were 190 and then you gained 80, if you gained 80 pounds in 2 weeks, you are now out of shape, right? At 190, you were probably in shape. You gained weight, now you're out of shape. I don't care what you were last week. Your ass right now.
It's a week.
Nah,
It's a week-to-week league.
Okay,
That was a stress.
right. That's exactly what I just said, though. I just said that. Until you weren't happy with it, you wouldn't be satisfied with his level of play until maybe even this week. But I'll give you last week too.
He hasn't had a turnover in the last 2 weeks.
But that's not even that. Whatever.
I don't even know how we got on Jalen. I just made a statement.
He's saying
Like,
And I was comparing how
this was
somebody you like to somebody you don't like. I was just comparing the same
like
thing.
Dak's ass right now.
That's apples to apples.
No, I mean one's ass and one's not.
That's one in 1 week.
Hey,
1 week. 1 week
Hey.
difference.
We want to thank everybody for joining
and
us,
have the
man.
same,
You know
the
what
same
it
game
is?
that y'all just had. You could have the same
Wings
game.
Whiskey, Wings Whiskey and Sports.
Oh,
I never know who he is.
I
We
know.
don't
When
have
Don
the
decided to log us on,
stand.
So when
He
Don
likes
decided
to
to log us on,
He can
we
get
appreciate it, man.
Watson, brother.